Leave it to Steven Spielberg to come in late to the awards race and yet completely disrupted with his own passion project. This is my review of West Side Story. Two youngsters from rival New York gangs fall in love, and tensions between their respective friends rise and build towards tragedy. But before I properly start with my review of West Side Story, I want to know your thoughts on it. Fan of the original, love the stage play, excited for this one. Anything and everything down there in the comments below. Start the conversation, because it's always the most important part. And if you like movies and TV, this is the place to be, so consider clicking that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. Steven fucking Spielberg, man. It's remarkable how he's able to faithfully adapt such a classic and yet inject it with his own style, dynamism, and extravagance. Every shot in this film is a fucking painting. My jaw was constantly dropped. The camera at points feels like it's literally floating through the moments in this film, just capturing these characters' lives and the conflict and the important moments and this grandiose love story that plays on so many different levels. Not a single frame feels like it's wasted, and it's one of those films that looks so gorgeous you could watch it on mute, and that goes in a lot of ways obviously to cinematographer Janusz Kamiński, who delivers some of his best work here. From the coloring, to the lighting, to the use of shadows and lights, the lens that they chose to use in certain specific moments. My god, I was drooling just looking at the screen. There's even a moment when Tony first goes looking for Maria. It's an overhead shot of just Tony standing right there on top of a puddle of water. It is one of the most gorgeous images I've ever seen in my entire life. Simply put, the combination of Spielberg and Kamiński is unmatched. There are just no other films like it. From the way it looks, to the way it feels, to the way it moves. It's all glorious, from the most intimate moments of just Tony and Maria singing to one another, to the grandiose, glorious dance sequences and musical numbers where the choreography is fucking insane on screen. And obviously, not just on the visuals that Spielberg is good, he is a masterful director of actors. And debuting performer Rachel Zegler is stunning to watch on screen. She's fantastic when it comes to just the acting part, and she injects so much emotion with just her looks. But she has one of the most beautiful voices I have ever heard in my life. It's like it comes from fucking heaven. She's obviously classically trained. She's got this very operatic, grandiose voice that can be booming and loud and grandiose, but it can also be soft and calming and soothing. And she makes it look incredibly easy. It's frustrating how easy she makes it look. And for someone who's performing for the first time, it is amazing. But she's not the only show stealer. Ariana DeBose, who plays Anita in this version, is sensational, and perhaps even my favorite character in the film. Anita and Bernardo are spectacular. From their chemistry on screen to their music numbers together, again, the choreography, especially in America, insane. One of the best musical sequences I have seen this entire year, if not for the past 5 years. From the powerhouse performances to the incredible musical numbers, Steven Spielberg's West Side Story is, simply put, an excellent film overall. I have a few drawbacks with it though, and they are more of a personal preference kind of issue. One of them is that I loved Anita and Bernardo and was always more interested in their story rather than Maria and Tony. Ariana DeBose and David Alvarez are just spectacular on screen together, and the film focuses a lot on them to great results. We see them arguing, we see them loving each other, we see them having fun, we see them discussing ideologies about living in America, coming from Puerto Rico, being an immigrant in this country, and their relationship and their impact on the film plays on so many levels. I found them extremely more interesting and complex than our lead couple, who are interesting in their own right because they just love each other so much and you believe that they love each other, but it's just a bit too simplistic for me. It's just they looked at each other once and they love each other and that's it. Not to mention chemistry, where yet again Anita and Bernardo completely steal the show from Maria and Tony, who are great individually, but I never felt that big spark for a lead romance, the crucial romance that drives the film. Even the friendship between Tony and Riff is much more well established in this one. Another issue I had is that there's one new musical number on the police station that I found was completely unnecessary. You cut that from the film and it would have remained exactly the same. And then there's a little nitpicky things that I could pick from throughout the film that I just didn't appreciate. Certain details, like when Maria and Tony first meet, they kiss immediately and that just didn't go well with me, and a few other things throughout the film that I don't want to get into spoilers. Again, there are just a few details, like the initial kiss that didn't work for me in this musical number, things that I would have preferred for them to take that out. And those details throughout the film, and I don't want to get into spoilers, just soured me a little bit. Nobody makes them like Steven Spielberg does. He delivers one more timeless classic, visually breathtaking, gloriously choreographed, and delivering two stunning powerhouse performances. From all the technical aspects, from the visuals to the lighting to the colors, and more importantly, the emotion is there. The themes still resonate, they're still impactful. It's just an excellent film. I'm giving Steven Spielberg's West Side Story an A-. But nevertheless, those are my thoughts on West Side Story. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know anything and everything down there in the comments below. I cannot wait to start the conversation with you. And if you like what you saw here, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. Many more reviews are coming up. We are on that final stretch of the year, including Spider-Man No Way Home next week, The Kingsman, Nightmare Alley, Don't Look Up, and so many others. I hope to see you in those. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and until the next one, love each other and love the movies.